Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. So can you please tell me about yourself?
Okay, my name is Micahel Okebiorun. I'm a grad student here at Boise State University.
Mm.
I'm studying for a Ph.D. degree in biomedical engineering.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I'm in Nigeria.
Mm.
Yeah, and it has been a great experience being here.
How long have you been here?
Actually, I've been here for just a couple of months.
Couple of months only?
Yeah,
So you have your degree master's
yeah,
in Nigeria, and then you applied to Boise State for a PhD, and now it's your couple of months
yeah,
starting.
yeah.
Okay. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's your experience so far at Boise State University?
Yeah, Boise State has really been a very great research institution for me. I've been amazed with a lot of resources they have, especially the equipment for engineering research. I've come to understand that engineering is mainly based on the resources available for you. The best potential you can actually get from
Hmm.
engineering is always due to the amount of resources available. And one thing with Boise State University is that they've got a lot of resources, and the professors, the people here are extremely nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great to hear. Actually, it's a very short time, like short time frame that you've been here.
yeah, very sure.
But I was so impressed that you kind of, you know, go beyond your comfort zone. Actually, you're already in the outside
Yeah,
of comfort zone, but
exactly.
you also take one more step and apply for the event called Event for the Planet. And that's something that you don't need to do. And it's like, you're just putting out there for 3 days event, like, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're just need to do something like so. It must be very interesting. Like, uh-huh.
Actually, it was an eye opener for me. I was really I feel blessed to just being in that kind of environment. I when I saw the email from my department that there's this event for the planet, and I read through what the program is about. I
Uh-huh.
was really impressed, and I just want to contribute my own quota to the world, while by also learning new skills,
Mm-hmm.
teamwork,
Mm-hmm.
presentation skills, and a lot of. In fact, there are a lot of things I would just like to talk about as the interview goes on.
Oh, okay, sure. So it's interesting that like you're gonna be very busy. It's your first PhD semester.
Yeah.
Um, your is a second PhD semester.
No, first.
The first.
Yeah.
So you started January.
Yeah, I started.
So okay, you started your PhD. This is your first semester, and you started from January. This event was on February, and you must be very busy, adjusting to new culture and classes and research and so forth. And how did you end up signing up? Like, I mean, that's really neat.
Yeah, actually, yeah, a PhD student is always busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I spoke to my supervisor about this, and he was like, "Oh, this is a great event for you. You should attend." And he doesn't mind me doing it over the weekend because just over the weekend, so it's not really clashing with academics.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took the opportunity that let me just have this experience. And he also knew that probably it's going to help my develop. I will gain one thing or the other there, which will also help me in my research. So I do not see it as something distracting me from my research, but I see it as something that will help me to be a better researcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To be a better researcher.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting comment. Um, you go out there and become a better researcher, right?
Yeah.
Rather than sitting in the desk and then reading books. I mean, that's really what a lot of researchers do, but also you're trying to go outside of your office.
Yeah, and also, I've never really had this think tank experience, and the event for the planet is like a think tank experience, and I now see the reason for think tanks, where you bring a lot of people together in a room, calm them for days. I think most of the world's pressing problem, if you put people in think tanks, they can get things done faster and easier. Of course, the motivation, different motivation, the food.
Right.
The motivation. Yeah. So you're not trying to do the work while not having time to eat. You eat, you continue, you eat, you continue. So it's very good for solving pressing problems in the world.
Right. So did you find this opportunity also as a place where you can do a network at Boise State University? Because you're new, maybe you don't know many people around,
Yeah, actually, one thing with a PhD student is that you are mostly in the lab or in the class. So I've not been able to really go out and know people here at Boise State University, but the event for the planet gave me the opportunity to be able to mix with people and also see how people reason outside the engineering field or biomedical engineering field, because I've always been working with engineers. So, but when you bring people from different disciplines and you bring them together into particular, they have different mentality, and it's not that an idea would contradict another. It actually complements the other, because the things you don't see as an engineer, a marketer will see it. So I see it as a very great opportunity to mix with people of different ideologies, and I'm so happy to have been.
Yeah. Tell me about your team members. Like, were they all different departments, like majors?
So one of them is from mechanical engineering department. There's another from, I think, human resources. I'm not sure. And then there's another one from supply chain. So we have an administrator,
right,
2 engineers, and someone like a marketer.
Right.
Yeah. So they have really been great. We already, as we got together, we know everybody's strength and weaknesses, but the team members are so great that they do not even mention anybody's or point out somebody's fault. They're so nice that they just give their own opinion, and when you listen to this, listen to that, actually this is the best. Let's go with this.
Wow.
So they are very nice people and understanding people. I don't want to mention names.
No.
So, yeah,
That's okay.
I'm happy to have met them, and I still send them text, emails just to check on them.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Wow. So what was your thoughts about, being in that Event for the Planet? Like, what was your favorite thing about being in the Event for the Planet event?
Yeah, I know the world has a lot of problems. We all know that. But I've never really had the opportunity to make that research myself about some of the pressing problems in the world. So, firstly, the Event for the Planet has helped me to see things that are really major concerns in the world right now. And I'm not, right now, I'm not seeing myself as somebody that wants to just get a PhD degree. I'm seeing myself as somebody that wants to solve a particular problem in the world. So the Event for the Planet has helped me to see myself as a problem solver and not just a survivor. So that's one. And the second thing about the Event for the Planet is that like I said before, I've never really been in this think tank environment where you account for like 72 or 48 hours, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and work together and solve a
Right.
problem.
48 hours.
Yeah.
You guys were in 48 hours
Yeah.
solving a problem. Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're together for a long time like that, uh, it's a test of the human mind, the ability for the human to be able to cope with everyone, and to be able to, it tests your mental strength.
That's
And
true.
emotional strength.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think I see myself as someone who can cope in tight situations where you need a solution as soon as possible.
Right. Very stressful environment,
very stressful environment, but you have a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a motivation. I've never really had that kind of experience. So Invent for the Planet has really given me the opportunity to have that.
Wow. Well said. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And have you ever thought about, like what are those ways that we can save the world?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought about like what we should do to do something for the world?
Yeah, actually, you mean before this program?
Yeah, like in general in your life.
Actually, myself as a person, I've always been someone who has been interested in solving other people's problems. I've never really considered my problems, but that's just me. I've never really considered my own personal problems as problems. So I see the world as, I see the people around me and say, what do they need? Let me try and solve them. Yeah, so I've been somebody like that right from time. But you can only do so much based on the knowledge, the skills, and the resources made available. Yeah, so one thing I've also learned from Invent for the Planet is like you can solve the world's problem given the right time, the right orientation, the right skills, and the right people. So I would say I got that from Invent for the Planet.
Wow. Very good. I think you have a lot of lessons that you can share with people around the world. Excellent.
Hopefully,
yeah. What was your motivation from Nigeria coming to the US? Like, were there any, like something calling from you inside, or what makes you move forward?
Although I don't know, maybe I should talk a little bit about my research. Should I?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So my research is in trying to heal chronic wounds with a new method using plasma to cure chronic wounds, like someone who has just had an accident. And one thing with accidents is, or wounds from accidents, is that they have a lot of bacteria and the healing process is kind of slow. The resources or the technology we have right now don't really do justice to the healing process. So that being said, when I was in Nigeria, I've been blessed, let me put it that way, to see people with serious health issues, and that we diagnose them, we know what exactly is wrong with them, but we do not know what to use to cure them. So when I was trying to think about my PhD, I wanted something that would actually solve a health problem, that would actually help us cure more people and save the human world from sickness. So the reason I have come to this Boise State University is because my research is going to be solving a problem with health, and that's just my motivation.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you also see a lot of, people around you struggling because of that, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've had, when I was doing my master's, I did it in partly a college teaching hospital in Nigeria. So I was able to see a lot of sick people, and we hear of people die every day. That given just a little bit of change of the resources available, they might have survived. I was personally there when someone very close to me died of cancer, and of course, we don't have the total cure for cancer right now.
Right.
But given the right resources, we might have like probably extended the person's life a little bit further, eventually till the cure comes. So I've seen people die, I've seen people cry in agony. So I just want to do my own part to alleviate the problem.
Excellent. So that's really sad, but you also have that empathy inside of your mind that really leads you to move forward, and then probably study more so that you can find a solution for a lot of people who needs help, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So are you trying to, if you study for a while, do you want to go back to Nigeria?
Yeah, the dream is actually to gather enough knowledge, enough skills, and to build contacts uh, to be able to get back to Nigeria and improve the healthcare system. Of course, we are trying in Nigeria, we're trying, but I think we can be better. Biomedical engineering is still kind of in its infant stage in Nigeria. So we have biomedical engineers that are with BSc, and then we have some of them with MSc. But basically, we've not really had Ph.D. in biomedical engineering in Nigeria, and Ph.D. is where the core research actually starts. So I'm hoping that with my experience here and the ability to build contacts, I'll be able to go back to Nigeria, and whatever I've gotten here, I'll be able to motivate others, and we'll be able to together build a better health system in Nigeria.
Yes, I really wish for that. Yes,
I
hope. I think the future is very bright.
Yeah.
Just like the people, because of people like you.
Well, try.
Yes. So I'm very glad that we get to connected. We were connected, right?
Yeah,
because of
definitely.
this event,
Definitely.
and hope you can, accomplish what you want to do and for the world. And if you need any support from people, like this type of conversation, and putting it in a YouTube or outside may be also helpful, because you can find someone who can support you, or if you find someone who are really into this idea of working together, we can get connected.
Yeah, hopefully the human world needs connection.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And we are all connected one way or the other. So whatever happens to a particular person, eventually will have an effect on the other. So if you don't help the way you can, eventually it's going to come back to you. So we need to just get enough connection we can to solve the problems we can. We cannot solve all, but at least try our best.
Excellent. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview with me. And next time maybe we can do a follow-up interview.
Definitely, you're always welcome. Yeah.